for our shoes.
Here. All right, Grandpa, can you?
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. How's that fragment
Well
up?
then, now, are you getting us according to our age?
Can you get us all three?
Yeah, let's pull it out just a hair, maybe like.
It's slanted.
That's pretty good, right? That's all. We're all in there.
Since you mentioned
Yeah.
your age,
Do we need to scoot Jeanette over this way just a little bit
Okay.
towards Mom?
Well,
Here, lift it.
I'm the middle child.
There we go. Right there, it'd be fine.
You're the middle child. You think you need to be in the middle? Okay, Mom,
Get up,
you change. Yeah.
You sit in the light. Let me over with this old lady.
Okay. I'll lean forward.
Okay. All right. Is everybody in? All
Yes.
right. So you need to sit over here and maybe look this way or whichever way. Y'all got it all. Everybody smoothed out.
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Straighten
Now,
out your blouse. Straighten it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Straighten it out a little bit.
Here.
Ain't
We'll
nothing
do
to
one
straighten out,
last
it's
little.
all
Here
belly.
Well, let's. Here we go.
Here we go. Pull it down and back. So that, okay, you want that back there and hold it?
Yeah, maybe. All right, how we doing? Are we all good?
Oh,
Do you want me to do the introduction?
All right, I think we're
The
great.
introduction. I don't know, Jessica. Since you're the one that started the whole YouTube chit chat with Granny Pat, why don't you go over there and do the introductions of who is sitting there?
You sit right here
Okay,
on the
just
edge
come
of the
right over
table.
there. Sit there.
Right there.
And you tell them you're
This
sitting
is
by
Jessica.
your beautiful aunt.
Can you get her in there?
She's in it.
Well, I'm right in the middle of all of you, so I'm in it
This is your heritage.
temporarily.
Yes.
This is who she takes her
Temporarily.
beauty after.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay, we're
Okay.
ready. Go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jessica, and this is my grandmother, Granny Pat, who you guys probably already know if you're watching this. I started her YouTube channel 2 Christmases ago as her Christmas gift, and ever since then, it's she's having a great time with it, and you guys seem to be having a great time with it too. So she brought a couple sisters here with her today. So this is my Aunt Wanda and this is my Aunt Jeanette, and they're here to we had Thanksgiving together just now and had a nice lovely meal, and now we're gonna do some some story time. What do you guys want to talk about? What are we talking about?
Well,
I'm 25, going on 90.
They are. This is where we get all of our good genes. This is why I'm going to live forever and literally never die. Their mom lived until she was 101. 101. Yeah.
And a half.
And a half. Yeah. Mama
yes,
used to sit on her front porch on the swing. She taught me how to crochet.
she did.
She taught me how to crochet, and I forgot.
You mean you were able to crochet a chain from here to China?
Yeah, basically one long line. It was one real long row. I think I actually made a couple of oven mitts, but little
Yeah.
squares, basically squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell a preview.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not my turn.
Introduce
ahead.
Jeanette.
I did introduce Jeanette.
And Jeanette is 95
95.
years old.
Well, just not quite 95.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In a couple of months, I will be.
That's
Okay,
right.
she's 94. I stand corrected. And she looks
Couple of months.
84, 74.
Yeah.
And
This is where we get our good genes.
This has been
right.
excuse me. Go ahead. This has been the loveliest day for me to be with my sisters, my nieces, and my great nieces. I feel so privileged to be able to spend this day, this Thanksgiving day. It's just been a lovely day for us to be together.
This has been.
Okay, so I have a quick question just to get this started. Who is the easiest child to raise and who is the hardest child to raise?
Who do you want to answer that?
I think you
answer
should.
that.
I
You
think
go
you
ahead.
should.
You
Should
go
I?
first.
No, you go for it.
Well, let me say that Sister Wando had she was very strong-willed,
I don't.
and your mother, Patricia, was such a quiet, soft, meek little girl. And I was the one that Mama always depended on. If she needed something done, she called on me. And I was very obedient.
Tell about going to get the milk.
Oh, we got milk from a family that, I had to go through a field every afternoon after school. Oh, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11 or something like that. I'd have to go across this field to get the milk and butter or whatever else she had. And in this field was a bull. I was scared to death, but never had any mishaps or anything with the bull. But that was every afternoon's job for me, to go get the milk.
Well, didn't the lady sometimes give you a nickel?
I don't remember that.
Well, I remember being told that, so I'm going
Maybe
to
so.
assume
I
she
don't-
did.
I don't remember that.
But same lady, Jeanette's a little bit older than me. So when she got out of the way, Mama sent me after the milk. And I was about 5. And this was the kindest, sweetest lady you could ever want to meet. One day she was a little late getting the milk ready because it's supper time at the house. I looked at her and she handed me that milk. I said, my mother is getting tired of you being late with the milk every day. Well, I thought I got by with that, but I didn't. It seems like the lady was crying and told on me. But that's only, just one time.
Just once. And Mama didn't take the shortcut with her switch.
No,
She took you around the block, and she switched your legs all the way around the block for whatever it was that you did.
I stole an orange, but I got forgiveness. However, she'd say, it hurts me worse than it does you. Well, what'd you do it for? I couldn't understand whipping a young'un and it hurting you.
I can remember y'all pointing that tree out when I would go there as a kid. The whipping stick tree. You have to go pick one out, right?
Yes.
You pick one out.
Oh, the reason we don't have a hedge in our front yard anymore is because that's where I got all my switches and kept going.
Yeah. And
check.
if it was a short switch, you better bring back a big switch, because if you didn't, she would go out and get a bigger switch.
The thing of it is, when I went after the switch, I'd get my switch and just keep going.
And not come back.
I didn't get many whippings. They couldn't catch me.
That's true, that's true.
Jeanette, did you get many whippings?
I just don't remember what these girls are telling me. I do not remember the switches. I don't remember this. I don't know. I just don't remember what these girls are telling.
Well,
No.
Jeanette was referred to as Miss Goody Two Shoes. That should answer that question.
And poor little pitiful Pat. I didn't know till she was 14 that her name was Patricia Fay, because they always referred to her as poor little pitiful Pat.
Poor little pitiful Pat.
But why?
I don't know. Well, you didn't talk as much back then, honey. You were shy. Believe it or not.
Is that why she talks so much now?
That's exactly
Okay.
right. Making up for lost
time.
We had
Well,
a lot of
you
good
had-
times. We had a lot of good times growing up because we were a large family, and there were times because of our dad's work that we would have to move from time to time and go to a new school. Now, ordinarily that would have been kind of difficult for some children, but because we were a large family, we had our own support group, so it was okay. It was okay for us.
And then I remember one time you were dating WD, and we lived on Cullen Street in Clinton, and every day the Magnet Mills was across the street, and UNWD would take a lunch cart and push it over to the mill for the mill hands to have their lunch. Well, Pat was about 5 and I was about 7. Pat couldn't read writing, but I could. And so one afternoon, I'm sitting in the chair and Pat's sitting on the arm. And WD had been writing love letters to Jeanette. And I'm sitting there reading the love letter to Pat. And Jeanette and WD go by the door. Some reason I couldn't get by with a whole lot of things. I just don't understand. I was innocent.
I don't know why he continued to date me with the
I
kind
don't
of
know either.
with the kind of family he knew that he was going to get into, but they liked him.
They
He
did.
was a good brother-in-law to them.
Oh, I really liked him because he would buy you those boxes of caramel candy and you'd hide them and I'd find it. I was so sweet.
And you asked
Not at all sneaky.
who was the problem child?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought I was the proper child.
She thought,
Hmm.
yeah, she got attention. Oh, at school, let me tell you this.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
She was the songbird at school. They were in high school, and she did have a beautiful voice. She was the soloist in the school choir. But then along would come November when they had,
Sadie Hawkins.
Sadie Hawkins Day. And that was a free day, and everybody got to look like Little Abner and Daisy Mae and all of the Wolf Gal characters. Wanda was Wolf Gal. She had on her little short black dress and the coal dust on her, you know, she had to look pretty dirty. Well, her hair was no problem because she had long, natural curly hair, and it stayed frizzy all the time anyway. So she didn't have to worry about looking like a frizzy wolf gal. So they had their little contest, who's the best Daisy Mae, who's the best Little Abner, and what have you. Then we go into the school auditorium. It was a study hall, but they called it auditorium. And that's where we had the program. Well, guess who's going to be the featured person on stage? Wanda. Looking like Wolf Gal, and she did. Her pianist was the Daisy Mae. Oh, she was a cute girl, really cute. The little red and white polka dotted blouse. She fit the role. She played the piano and Wanda sang. Now, I'm in the audience, and several of her classmates, young men, were right next to me, and Wanda started to sing Temptation, and I was yours.
Did a good job.
I slipped down into the seat a little bit. She kept going, and the more she sang, the louder she got. And the louder she got, these boys standing beside me are whooping and a hollering and whistling. And I'm thinking, she's embarrassing me to death. I'm going to kill her. I'm going to kill her. She was enjoying the attention so much, she kept singing on and on. And I'm still going down in the seat, and I think, oh, please, if the floor would just open up and let me fall through. More whistling, more yelling.
She's
I
stretching
couldn't
the truth.
speak to that girl for months. She had embarrassed me so bad, I said, I'll never let anybody know she's my sister.
Well, that's not the first time I did it, because everything I did embarrassed you.
But now let me put a positive note on this. Her beautiful voice, she had such a beautiful voice. She sang at every wedding, every funeral, every civic organization. She was that good.
Yes, she was. And I didn't know till I think after I married that the Wilbur Hotel, which would have been a very historic place if they had preserved it, was a wonderful hotel, and Wanda would sing the songs in the, what was it, just a little bar and grill, and
Oh, it
well,
was the
they
dining
didn't
room.
they didn't have a bar.
Sunday dining room.
The dining room, she would sing the Broadway tunes, and I never got to see her sing any of those, but I was at every funeral and every wedding that she sang at.
Including
In fact,
your
she sang at my wedding. Yeah, she did all right at my wedding. She knew she better.
Well, let's say this for our mother.
own. God help her.
How she kept her sanity, I do not know, but she did. She was just a good mother, and she tolerated all the things that we did. And we had older sisters that were so good to us, and did the things that young girls need. They helped us with our makeup and all those kinds of things. So we grew up in a good family.
We were a happy family.
Yeah.
We didn't have a whole lot of this, that, and the other, but we had each other, and we were very happy. And we fought one day and made up the next day, and fought the next day, and it was just up and down. But we ended up loving each other.
Yeah.
After we married and left home and made our own homes and had children, and we would want to go home for Thanksgiving or Christmas or Mother's Day or Father's Day, whatever the case may be, we weren't satisfied till everybody got there. We wanted every one of us there. And most of the time, we did manage that. And then, of course, we had small children, and they enjoyed being together, and the cousins, and now the cousins are grown, and sometimes we get together, and when we do, it's a good time.
I want Jeanette to tell you about an award that she received recently as a senior citizen volunteer, and only she knows the story. So I think she should tell you the story, because it's quite an honor.
The small town I live in western Kentucky, we have a senior citizens center. It's a good place. So many people come there daily for their lunch, and so many of the people who come live alone, and it's just a wonderful thing for us to get together, and we have parties and crafts and things like that. So our director, I actually don't remember exactly the background, but she was asked to nominate some of her, some people who come to the center. You had to be over 85, and they were to be recognized for their volunteer work. I was one of the four that was nominated for my age and the volunteer work that I have done. We went to Louisville. We were 4 of 35 people in the state of Kentucky that were recognized. And we went to Louisville and were recognized there for, we had a nice luncheon, and each one of us were recognized individually, told a little bit about what each one of us did, and we received a very nice award. So we go back to our hometown, our little town, and we just sort of became celebrities. It just blew up. It was funny, and it was rewarding, and it was just fun. So we were asked to come to speak to the Rotary Club. Well, I may be able to speak right here, but I am not a public speaker. So anyway, we did go to the Rotary Club and told a little bit about what each one of us did. Well, recently, the director of the center says, "I guess you know you're going to be the Grand Marshal for the Christmas parade." I said, "Heavens above, no, I didn't know that." So December the 9th, the 4 of us will be the Grand Marshal for the Christmas parade. It's been a fun thing. I've heard from a lot of people. When you're on Facebook, you do hear from a lot of people. I've lived in several different states, and I keep up with some of my friends in the other places that I have lived. So I've kind of gotten a lot of attention, and I liked it.
It runs in the family.
Well, that's one thing I will say. We do like attention.
All right. Well, if we were gonna say, I don't know, something that you guys are thankful for, it's Thanksgiving, right? Like something you're thankful for today, coming together, being, I don't know, to wrap us up. Let's go. Sorry. Age over beauty. Let's. Although everybody's beautiful.
I'm thankful, and I'm almost emotional because this is such a treat for me, and I'm so thankful for Betsy and Mitzi for inviting us to their beautiful home. It's just been thankful. That's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
It's just the opportunity and the privilege to be with my nieces, my sisters, my great nieces, and my great nephews.
Well, I'm thankful that I got to see you all too. Very thankful.
We love her very much.
You go.
I'm just thankful for you all. I'm just thankful for this beautiful day. And I am thankful for Betsy's beautiful home, and that she invited all of us every year for the last couple of years, I'd say, to her home. Opened it up. We all had a good fellowship. And when you get to be our age, you just think, this might be the last one, but we keep trucking. We're going to go on for next year. Like I said, I'm 25 going on 90.
That's right.
Well, Betsy is the daughter of my niece, and she's the granddaughter of my oldest sister. My oldest sister, and I'm the youngest sister. So Betsy's my great niece, and she has 2 boys, so I'm a great aunt.
Yeah.
And Betsy
Sounds
would
right.
be my second cousin. Is that how it
I
works?
think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So
That's
her
right.
mother
That's right.
was my first cousin, and then her grandmother was my aunt, and was the oldest of all of the children.
Yeah.
And who was the one, if you've read Mom's book, that always hated to go spend the night with her girlfriend because every time she came home there was another baby at home. And that is why we figured out today why her mother was an only child.
That's true.
Well,
All
right. This was fun.
Finished?
Yeah.
We're
I
done.
think we're good.
Good job.
It's been fun. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Bye.
Everybody. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.